Reiki is going to be for cutting cords for narcissistic relationships. And I have to fix my lights. Alright. Okay. Let's get this party started. Thank you, Marla. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you, Kevin. Great to see you. And let's go ahead and maybe there we go. Kind of bright. Thank you, Francisco. There we go. Alright, so today we are doing some cord cutting for narcissistic energy. Hi, Mrs. Aid. Hi, Lit the Kid. Good to see you all today. I'm going to get this Palo Santo lit. Thank you, Kevin. Good to see you. Thanks so much. And we are going to begin. Today will be a lot of cord cutting, so if you like cord cutting, stay. If you don't like cord cutting, I would definitely scroll out today because we will be doing a lot of cord cutting. Guys, I was on Amazon Live today all morning, so I built another addition to my studio, like another set. So if you guys haven't followed me on Amazon Live, if you go into the bottom link in my link tree, you can find it and see what I built. I'm super excited. And if you scroll to the end of the video for the live, you'll see baby Roman. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Kevin. So we are, hi Nini, thank you. We are feathering through this Palo Santo, through that aura. Thank you, G. Thanks so much. Alright. Hi, Reagan. Good to see you. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Freda. Alright. Thank you so much, Freda. I'm going to put this candle over here. Thank you, Evelyn. Let me see. I think my lights are kind of acting crazy. I'll try to fix it one more time, and then after that I'm not going to mess with it too much more. There we go. It was making me look like I had these crazy black and blue eyes. I do have dark circles right now, but not. This is better. This looks more realistic. Thank you, Shannon. Alright guys, so today, after requests, we were doing a live the other day, and there was a big request for, thank you Anna, for releasing narcissistic energies that have been attached to us. So people that this happens to is a lot of empathic people. We pick up on narcissistic energy, and it almost hits us like a knife. Like, it's a gut-wrenching feeling when we get this, and you become blindsided from it because it's not on the same moral code that you live on. And so you almost just, you can't, it's not imaginable why people act this way. And for you, other people can kind of identify it and see it and take the red flags and walk away, but for empathics, I think it's kind of like our kryptonite, you know, it's our blind sight. Like, we just don't see it until it's too late, and then you're already wrapped into it, and then it takes a long time. Even after you walk away, it takes a long time to get away from that energy. Hi, Natoya, or recover from that energy. Hi Kelly, good to see you. And so we are going to cut those cords and release that energy. Now what we're not going to do is we're not going to cut the cords that are attached to that relationship with that person. We always need our lessons, we always need them, but when we cut the cords of energy, it makes it a lot easier because we're not webbed up anymore in it. So we will do that. To receive this Reiki energy, all you have to do is be willing to consent. Hi Robert, good to see you. We're cleansing the aura to begin with. Something that's very important to know is that a lot of times with these narcissistic relationships, you will feel left feeling like you're partially responsible for it. You'll be searching for your accountability in it. And a narcissist can really make you feel like you need them. They can really make you feel like everything's your fault. They love to blame you for everything, and you begin to feel those feelings. Well, if I would have done this better. And you can look at other people in those relationships. Thank you, Boo Radley, good to see you. And you can say and see it very clearly that whoever you love that's in a relationship, well, they don't deserve that, and they deserve a lot better, and they did nothing wrong. But when you're in it yourself and you're walking away, that narcissist is so good at making you feel so responsible, and they wash their hands from all of it, and you're left feeling emotionally damaged, and they are not even, it's not even impacting them. So when we cut these cords, what will happen is the narcissist will surface into your life even more, but you won't react anymore. And they will surface back even more because a narcissist does not like, thank you Carl, thank you Kevin, thank you Heather, a narcissist never likes when they lose that control, when they lose that hold over that person, and so they will surface back in 10 times harder. Thank you Robert, thank you so much, thank you BB. And so the best thing though is, again, you won't react. You'll become strong again. Thank you, Janik, for resubscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you, amazing. Thank you, butterflies. Hi, madam. Thank you, Shannon. Thanks so much. There we go. Thanks, Janik. There's a thing that a narcissist does to an empath. They gaslight them. They gaslight them into thinking that they're going crazy. They gaslight them into changing the argument, where the empath doesn't even, they just get so confused because they've been wrapped around in a circle with everything. And a lot of times the empath doesn't even express their feelings anymore. They give up. They give up because it's too much on their mind, it's too much on their heart and on their soul. And slowly they become very quiet, very isolated. And they believe that they have no self-worth anymore. They're just barely hanging on. And then they begin to think that they need that narcissist in their life. That's who they depend on. They feel like they can't do life anymore without that person. So important, if you are one of these people, to remember your life before that person ever even entered it. Remember the last day that you smiled, the last day that you felt strong and carefree. Sometimes, which was requested, is a lot of people grow up in these narcissistic homes with parents that are narcissists. Thank you, Kevin. Or grandparents, whoever raised you. And you start off feeling that way. Starting off feeling like you're always in trouble. Starting off feeling like you'll never measure up. Thank you, Janet. And feeling a lack of control. Thank you, Andrea. Can you imagine if you saw a 2-year-old child that's just learning everything in the world, so curious, so excited about life, and the grown-ups that are supposed to give them guidance and give them love, encouragement, are there breaking them down, those adorable little people. Can you imagine what that child growing up would be like? What the relationships would look like? That is what we are cutting these cords for today. Releasing that. We are not here to feel like we're always in trouble. We're not here to feel like we will never measure up. We're all equal. Everybody's equal. No better, no worse. We're all equal. We all have souls. There we go. I like to imagine when I meet a person that our souls are just hanging out with us, and our souls are our higher being. So they're not really as damaged as us. They're just that pure, innocent energy, and they're just laughing, having a good time, enjoying each other. And sometimes when you feel a little off, it's because your physical form and your mind are not aligning with your soul, with your soul's purpose. But you're here, beautiful, strong, courageous, and sometimes that other person might not be aligned with their soul either, and they can be working on self-will. And if they're working on self-will that's run riot, then they're not comfortable either. They're hurting people with their narcissism, and they're way disconnected from their higher being. And our job is never to fix a narcissist, but what our job is to take care of ourselves, treat ourselves the way that our soul wants us to be treated, which is absolutely adored. You should definitely be kind to yourself. There you go. Just like that. Let's do some cord cutting now. All the cords that I will be cutting, you can just imagine as if that narcissist is sitting in front of you and there are cords connecting to you guys. Hi Lisa, hi Jennifer, thank you for the ice cream. Thank you VK Francis. There we go. Thank you, VK Francis. Thank you, Kai Kai. And when we pull these cords and we cut them, there's no more energy attachment. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks so much. Thank you, Brown Eyed. Thanks. There we go. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Miss Susie Q. Thanks so much. Good to see you. So what can happen sometimes too, and we were talking about kids because we had several people asking me to do a cord cutting for releasing narcissistic parents, the energy that is left on us from that. And so sometimes, thank you, Maria, sometimes if you're in a household, you have siblings or maybe another parent in the house, and a narcissist energy can be so strong that the siblings begin to listen to the narcissist because that's the only way that they feel safe. The other spouse, the other parent, thank you, Alicia, might also not protect that child because they're afraid of those narcissistic behaviors being put on them. They almost feel like the child's just a little safer if they don't react, because they know that the narcissist will hurt the child even more with that energy. And so there's so many things that go into it. And so, but then if you're that child and all of that's going on, it's very isolating feeling. Home does not feel safe anymore. Thank you, Alice in Wonderland. And so, yes, so that is what we are working on. There we go. Thank you, 777. Thank you, Richard. Thanks so much. And if you guys are gonna be on tonight, I will be on doing Sleepy Time Reiki this evening. Thank you, Toxie Moxie. Good to see you. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, baby. So important to protect that energy. There we go. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, G-Brad. There we go. Thank you, Tammy. Thanks so much. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you. So when we are working with these energies from a narcissist, we were just cutting cords from childhood. Thank you, Danielle. Thanks so much. I appreciate the superpower hands. But we also are working on cords from getting out of narcissistic relationships as well. And also, if you have narcissistic coworkers or bosses, so important to make sure that you cut all of these energy cords around this to clean up that energy. Thank you, Jan. There we go. And in a relationship, a narcissist can start off with making you feel like you are the most important thing in the world. Thank you, Jansing. That you are way out of their league. They will make you feel so special. Thank you, Robert. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. And after they do this to you, they make you almost feel so dependent on their energy. Thank you, Vibe City. Thanks so much. And they put you on a pedestal. And it feels amazing. You feel so beautiful, you feel so loved, you feel consumed with all of their energy. Thank you, Julie. Oh my goodness, you've been subscribed to me longer than a year. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. And then what happens is after they get you to that point, you begin to spend every single moment with them. You begin to not see your friends, not see your family as much, but you don't notice it because you're always busy with this person, and it feels so good, and your friends, your family are happy for you. And then the next thing you know, the family, the friends aren't in the picture as much. And then this person begins to be let down by you a lot. You begin to fall off the pedestal, and they let you know that it's your fault. Thank you, Emilu. And that you've let them down. But you haven't changed at all. You're still doing everything the same that you've done. But then you start feeling like it's you. You feel like it's your fault. You begin to feel like, oh no, they know the real me now and they're unhappy. They've been around me long enough. And that's not true. Nothing's changed with you. It's them that's changed. It's a pattern. A narcissist is never just a narcissist to the person that's in their life. If you look at everybody in their life, they have these behaviors. I think the best way to figure out if you are with a narcissist, look at all the relationships in their life. Look at how long people stay. Look at how long people put up with it. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. And they might surround themselves with a lot of empaths. They might do that. But you will see those other people not as happy either, just like you. Thank you, Kelly. For narcissists, control is their addiction. They are addicted to control. And we are cutting the cords that are connected to that. Not letting them have any more hold over you. Remembering that you are amazing. Anytime that you feel like something is your fault because a narcissist made you feel that way, the most important thing to do is get into meditation and connect with your soul. Your soul is your highest purpose. Your soul absolutely adores you. No matter what, isn't let down by you. Not even let down that you got yourself into that relationship. Your soul is there rooting for you. You could picture a beautiful silhouette of energy of you cloned right next to you, hanging out with you, rooting for you, being excited for you, wanting the best for you. And almost like when you have a child and your child is making some mistakes, but you know these mistakes are not the big mistakes. They're life mistakes where you're like, you know, I know that I could intervene and I could help my child out, but I'm not gonna because I want them to learn from this. Well, that's what your soul does. Your soul's connected to source and it's here helping guide you, but also there's times that it's gonna let you, it's gonna put its hands up, or maybe you're stubborn and you're pursuing a relationship that is a big red flag and your soul is just there. I really hope they learn from this one and I'm here for them and I'm gonna love them no matter what. And sometimes your soul though will get your intuition. It will just intervene because it will finally be like, enough's enough. Or else, I always say source energy will intervene. If you're too complacent or too afraid to get out of a relationship, I feel like source energy, sometimes if that relationship is too dangerous for you, source energy will step in. And maybe it's in a way where that narcissist walks out on you and cheats on you, and it's hurtful and you're like, I don't know how I'll get over it, but that is source energy that is definitely looking out for you and taking care of you. Because if you're not moving in the direction that's safest for you, or if it's work, maybe you're working for a narcissist and the next thing you know, you're just like, really, I just can't make my boss happy. No matter what I do everything and they'll never be happy with me. Then all of a sudden you get a layoff and then another job that's the perfect job for you enters your life, and that's source energy. Because source energy knows that empath is super loyal and will definitely overstay their welcome. There we go. Guys, it is hot in here. Arizona, we are having extreme heats right now. There we go. Hi Heather, so good to see you. Thank you. It is, huh? Are you in Arizona now, Reese? Did you make it? Hi Rashmi. It's hot here, it's 290. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Heather, I'm so sorry. Oh, my dad lives here, so. Oh, I love that. Awesome. Well, I hope you're having fun. But yes, it's too hot. Hi, Lindo Medium. I can't wait to have you on next week. We're going to have another medium on. I'm so excited, guys. Thank you, Sarah. If you guys haven't followed One Dope Medium, you have to. Thank you. It's cooking and oh my goodness, Robert, I'm so sorry. Humid in Ontario. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people from Canada here, huh? is, let's see, oh, awesome, very cool, Reese. Why is the energy on my heart? Could be on your heart. Thank you, Robert. Hi from Norway. Hi from Florida. Thank you, Catherine. Hi, Nessie. Thank you, Lisa. Narcissist energy can definitely weigh your heart down. Hi, Amy. These comments are going quickly. Let's see. Hi from Siberia. Hi, Danny. Hi from Europe. Hi, Gabby. Hi, Molly. Thank you. Oh, hi, Kelly. So good to see you. Let's see. Sorry, guys. These comments are going quickly. If I miss you and you really want to say something, please write it again. Is it normal to feel very light and then irritable while you work? Yes, definitely. It's going through this and I don't know how to help. Oh, I know. It's hard. The best thing that you can do. No, I'm always there 24/7. That's all that you can do when you see somebody that you love going through it. Thank you, Para. All you can do is love them. All you can do is continue to put that energy on them, telling them how beautiful, how special they are, and also not making it about the narcissist. Like, just anything that you make about the narcissist, that person is going to isolate more. But something that you can do is like, if they are getting something, like say the narcissist like goes and takes them to dinner or something, or if it's a boss, if they give them a reward, don't make it about the narcissist. Just be like, well, you know, that's great. Of course you would get that because you're amazing, you know, and just always highlight their strengths. Boundaries do not work with my mother's name. Trauma hit the table. Sometimes you have to just put distance between two. The one who stands up for himself will always be the yes. Yeah, thank you, Marla. I let my ex narcissist 3 years ago and he's so yes! Narcissists will not give up. They will not. And the more that you detach your energy, it sucks, but the longer that they will be in your life and more aggressive until they find somebody new. And they may find somebody new, but if it's not an empathic, then they're gonna be with that person for they'll just have a lot. They'll keep until they get somebody that stays with them, which is really sad. Somebody called her up. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, my ex. Oh my goodness. Sometimes a narcissist will call somebody else. They'll call you the narcissist. Yes. Ignore and block the narcissist. Yes, definitely. That's awful. What is one trait to recognize a narcissist in disguise? Hi, it's good to see you, Elise. She would claim it. Aw. Hi, Donovan. It's so good to see you. It's really important. You lose so much when you're in a narcissistic relationship. And I would say somebody asked a really good question. What is a secret way? Like, usually you will at the beginning really feel like you're on that person's pedestal. Like, they will overwhelm you with good feelings, you know. And I feel like it's a little bit extra than just I mean, usually when you're in a good relationship, you feel like you're but you both are equal. There's not one putting somebody up higher than the other. But with a narcissist, it's almost like they feel, but then the other red flags as you start seeing people in your life that you're not spending time with, where like a healthy relationship, that person will encourage you to be around your friends and your family and stuff. So I'm self-aware of my situation. Trauma about it. Yes. Oh, how do you break free? Oh, let's see. Hi, Maidens 5. So good to see you. Ways that you break free can be very scary to break free at first. Support yourself, like be around people that support you. Let them know. Trusted friends. I love to talk about putting together a plan, like almost like a crisis plan, where you talk to that person, like when things might be good, talk to a friend. So like if say you're in a relationship, or if it's with a coworker too, because bosses can be narcissists, definitely talk to somebody that is understanding, and then make sure that you talk to them about it when things are going good for you, not when things are bad, not when you're in the crisis. Hi, Yana. So good to see you. And then make sure that you talk to them about, one, what it looks like when it's bad. Talk to them about things that help you when it is bad, because at some point you will get the strength to leave. But there's a lot of times that people that are in a relationship or they work somewhere where they'll stay, where they will make themselves feel like it's their fault. And that's why it's really important for you to talk about it when things are good, because when things are bad, you absolutely feel torn down, and then you're talking when you're more emotional. So if you talk to somebody when you're feeling good. I stayed for 6 years. Oh, my nurse wouldn't leave. I had to. Oh my goodness. It can be. And so if you're not able to put boundaries up there, sometimes if you feel unsafe in a narcissistic relationship, to definitely make sure that you're safe. Call the cops, talk to people that you love, that you care about. Also, there's usually people that were really solid in your life that are, yes, this will definitely help, Evelyn. Yes, boundaries are super important. The healthier that you get when you are with a narcissist, so definitely doing lots of work. Thank you, Shadow. Doing work on yourself to really see if you're with somebody that's a narcissist. But usually when you're getting healthy over here and working on self-help, you'll begin to see yourself getting really healthy, and then you see that person for exactly who they are. And if they're narcissistic, you'll see that. And if they're not willing to get healthy, then they're just going to be over here being all sick and stuff, and you're going to be getting healthier and healthier and healthier. And at some point, either your healthiness is going to help them out, or usually, most likely, you're able to leave. You're able to leave because you're so healthy, you're so strong, and they can't affect you anymore. They're trying to affect you, but they're just annoying now. They're not affecting you anymore because you're so strong and so healthy. But they usually, when you're not healthy, you're down here feeling like I'm dependent on their money, I'm dependent on them. Nobody can love me the way that they love me. I need them, and you're feeling like that. But once you get super healthy, you don't need them anymore. And they want you to not be healthy because they really, really, really want you to need them. So it's all for them. It's definitely control. Self-help means self-love. Yes, big time. Healing advice. Aw, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. It's definitely not easy. Thank you, Judith. And the one thing that I can say is, aw, thank you, Reiki 8801. When you start feeling, thank you, Janet. When you start feeling so healthy and so strong, you don't really, you start losing like respect for that person, but you start having a lot of compassion for them because you know now, okay, I'm strong enough, I can break away. And I feel really bad for them that they might never get it in this lifetime. They might always live their life with that narcissistic way. And how sad is that, you know? It's very sad. It took me 1 year to be healthy, to leave. I had to wake up before him so I could, oh. I'm so happy that you were able to get out. Sending light and healing to everyone. I love that. Emilu, can everybody send green hearts to everybody that's been hit by affected, I shouldn't say hit, affected by a narcissist? I feel towards my mother. It's so sad for her. Exactly. Unfortunately, I had grown up with two very, very narcissistic parents. Well, one I didn't grow up with, but they both were narcissists. And yeah, it's hard when you have to put distance, because if you're not somebody that's like that, you want to love everybody. And so it's really hard when you continue, especially empaths. Hi, Starco, good to see you. Empaths will give every last drop of their energy to anybody to help them heal. And that's the thing, is that you spend so much time giving this energy and that person's not using it at all for the right reasons, and they have you convinced though that this time they're gonna get the help that they need, this time it's gonna be better, and they feel so bad and they never want to put you through this again. And then seriously, 2 days later, you're like, wait, we're redoing this because I thought that you never wanted to hurt me again, and I thought that you were getting better. And here we are, and here you are now taking all of my energy again. And then you get to a point that you just can't anymore. Distance is so important, especially with family members. You don't owe your family members anything. All you owe them is for you to be the best person that you can. You can add to their life, but you don't owe them anything. You can impact their life by being a good person, but you don't owe them anything. Just like they don't owe you. How many times do you tell your family, oh, well, you owe me, you're my sibling? You don't do it. But if they're a good person, then they add more to your life, and that's all that we're here to do. We don't owe anybody anything. We can add to their life, but we don't owe them anything. So just add goodness, add lots of goodness, but don't let people take from you. You can give, but don't let people take. I'm 15 years away from my ex-nurse. Aww. You're so awesome, Paige. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine. I feel like everything's aligning for you, Boo Bradley, just the way that it needs to. You're a very special person. Thank you, Benz. Thank you, Joanna. I think I did was cut ties. It's very important, very needed, Joanne. I'm writing a book on those experiences. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful, Elise. It took 8 years to get away, but can be done, huh? I hope so. I feel like that too. Definitely, Boo Radley. Aw, thank you, Starco. Thank you, Victoria. How would you support someone else that's in a relationship with a narcissist and won't leave? We were just talking about that earlier. You just can love them. Like, sometimes that narcissist has such a hold on that person too that it's almost like an addiction all in itself. And it's really hard to watch somebody go through that. But when you watch somebody go through addiction, thank you, Lexi, you have to love them, you support them, you tell them, hey, I believe in you. That's the only thing that you can ever give anybody is I believe in you and I'm never going to give up believing in you. And I support you. Thank you. Thank you, Arnie. So that's what I would say. Because they are going to get out of that relationship when they're ready. It's like anything else. They have to do it when they're ready. Thank you, Janik. It's almost like they have to hit a rock bottom, you know. For us, like, if you see some people, let me see, sorry. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Janik. So when they hit a rock bottom, then usually they're ready at that point. But if you try to tell them, hey, I don't like that person, you deserve so much better, most likely, if you're trying to help them by giving them advice, it's like an addict. You're gonna have them isolate, like they're gonna get away from you because they're always gonna feel like they're letting you down. Just like addicts. My entire family is narcissistic. Had to cut a lot of ties. My sentence was very difficult. It is very, very hard when you let go of somebody, especially when they're so close. But if that, the best thing that you can do if you really care about a narcissist, so too, is if you think that it's repairable, if you think that they can get better, is telling them exactly why you have to cut them off, because that at least gives them, a lot of times we get uncomfortable, we don't want to have confrontation, and so if you let a narcissist know, hey, this is why I have to let you go, then you're being fair. It's like you're keeping your side of the street clean, and then it's really up to them whether they want to get help or not. A lot of narcissists, I doubt, are ever going to get help because they've convinced themselves that you're the problem. And usually they can convince a small group of people because a narcissist's energy is pretty high up, even though it's not for the right reasons. Actually, it's really low down. And when energy is strong, it can tend to bring everybody to whatever energy. So you could have somebody that's really like happy and they've changed the whole vibration of the room. Or you can have somebody that has really strong narcissistic energy, and what they'll do is they will make it miserable for everybody else around them unless they have somebody matching that energy up here. And usually when they have somebody matching that energy up here, they get everybody else around to believe that that person that has that higher energy, they know it right away, and they're like, I do not like that energy at all. It doesn't vibe with my energy. So I'm gonna get all these other people that are scared of my energy to listen to me. And now we're gonna try to pull this energy down. Usually, hopefully, this energy can get out of there before it gets pulled down, but sometimes it does. It dulls the shine of the energy. Yes. It's so sad. It really is sad. Through it. Yes. One time. Oh, it's so sad. It's really hard to watch somebody go through that. You can, something that I do, like I had a really close friend that was in a relationship like that, and I just freaking was so nice to that guy, like because I knew I got so used to him, just so I would be like so nice to him, and he like knew that I was being like too nice, but my friend was like, I mean, she's being nice, like I can't stop talking to my friend because, you know, and so I did it just so I could be like an insider, and really because it almost feels like culty like energy when there's a narcissist, because they really do, they try to isolate all the energy, and so I really like was like, I'm gonna be nice to this guy so then I can stay, because all of our other friends got pushed out of her life, and so I was like there, and then the day that she finally left, she like called me, she said I'm serious about it this time. And it's really hard because a kind person, an empathic person, you see everything like about that person, and for her, she just loved him, and she was like, I know he's, you know, not good to me, but he also is like, they just keep coming up with excuses on why they should stay and why they should love this person, and so it's really sad and it's really hard to watch, but I swear I stuck it out with her for 17 years. 17 years, and it's really hard to watch a friend go through a relationship for that long when you see their qualities and you see how beautiful they are, but you know, finally the universe was like, we're not letting her do this anymore, and she's very happy now. Very happy. But I will say, if you are in a relationship like that, please do not let 17 years go by. But also, you have to do what's best for you. It's been really rough for me. I'm so glad that you hear my mom is narcissistic, and because... Oh, I'm sorry, Max. It's awful. I had one friend that, God, she took me back. Oh, I love that. It's really so important, I will say, to not, there's so many times that you will hear that person like tell you, this time I'm definitely leaving him, and you just have to really like act like every single time is that time. You can't give up on it, and you have to really, 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 I think, make it so important to let that person, the biggest thing that I will say with friends that are in narcissistic relationships and family member ones, because that is the thing. Like, I see people talking about their mom, for me it was my mom and my dad, both super narcissistic. My dad actually passed away with just being a complete dickhead to me, but it's okay. Like, it was, you know, but I also was so caught off guard because I wasn't even I was blindsided with it, because I'm not used to narcissists, and so it's okay. I mean, it's not okay. I'm definitely sad about it, but at the same time, he did this to my other siblings too, some of them, and I was like, oh, they're all good people. Like, who would treat their kids like that? And it definitely would be a narcissist. And so when everybody was like asking me the other day to do cord cutting for narcissists, I was like, I actually just got cord cutting done for my dad, because it was something that I definitely was having a hard time shaking. I was like, why would this person treat somebody that they're supposed to love like that, you know, and everything. And so, but it's somebody that wants everybody else to look at them like they are, you know, God's gift to the universe. And if you don't look at them like that, then they try to push you out because they don't want the rest of the people to, the rest of the siblings, the rest of the kids to, you know, to think of them like that. And it's really sad. I love you all here. Stay strong. You are so worth it. My parents too. My mom passed. I gave her grace. Yeah, same. You know, it's very hard at times. Yes, it is. It can be very hard at times. I experienced the same thing with my dad too. Narcissist. Yeah. You know what I think helped me is because I did so much work like that. I was, even though it was really hard, I had to wake up every day after it happened, and it just happened like a month ago. I had to wake up every day and use my Reiki principles. Just for today, I will not worry. And I couldn't worry anymore about him. Just for today, will not anger. I had to let go of the anger. I really had to let go of the anger from it. For me, anger usually is confusion. I'm feeling confused, and now I'm angry because I don't understand. And then gratitude. Gratitude was my favorite one that I had to practice every day. And I swear if you can practice this with narcissistic energy, just for today, I had to be grateful for that this guy gave me amazing siblings, brothers and sisters. And that's what I had to think of every day. I had to think of my brothers and sisters, you know, and those people that were in there. I had to be grateful for all of the bad experiences too, you know, like those shaped me to who I am. My brother is struggling with anger now too and has stomach problems. Oh no. The Reiki principles would most likely be really good for him. I could just give you oh, thank you, Evelyn. You're so sweet. Oh, thank you, Marla. I appreciate that. It was hard for me to talk about my dad because I felt really blindsided. You guys are so sweet. Thanks. I felt really confused with it because I had come so far, and I honestly thought like that my dad out of all people would be proud of me for being clean and sober for 10 years, but he was an active addict, alcoholic, so that makes sense. And then it was, where can I find Chakra Fairy? This is in the it's Amazon, but he with the narcissism, like it was hard for me because I didn't realize that my dad was a narcissist until all this like happened. I thought that everything would, oh, thank you, Alice in Wonderland. So, but I was really fortunate like with that, but it was embarrassing for me because thank you, Wendo Medium. It was embarrassing for me too because people were asking me like how the funeral went for my father, and I was like I didn't get invited, you know, and that was like so awkward, like that my dad like put me in a situation that, but it was like like this man could hold a freaking grudge, like and for no reason, like nobody knew why, but he did that to me and my two of my brothers, and we were just kind of like, we just don't understand. So but it was narcissism, definitely. When both of my parents passed, I was not contacted with either. Isn't it? That's what I think like is hard, like was I thought, well, this guy treated me this way, maybe it'll make it easier, but I think it was almost harder, like that it happened that way. Yes, we didn't realize until Father passed. Oh my goodness, you guys are making thank you. You guys are like, so, you know, I think because when you go through stuff like that, like you feel like, well, there must be something wrong with me. Here we are talking about narcissists, but, and then you're like, but I'm glad that you guys are telling me that some of you have gone through the same thing. I'm not glad for you because I know how awful it feels. But at the same time, like, thank you for not making me feel alone. I appreciate that. Oh, my book is on Amazon. Thank you, guys. I struggle leaving 23 years and still in process. Thank you. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, when you're estranged or lost contact, it's harder. I believe it. Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought it would have been easier. You are not alone. You are loved enough. You're so sweet. Thank you. My dad is also narcissistic. I know how hard it can be. Yes, definitely. It must be a dad thing. It's very shocking and sad. So many of us went through the same. It is, huh? It definitely is. Went through something very similar. He was my boyfriend, so I understand. It's very confusing. Thank you, Yuna. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate it. Insane how narcissists all check this. They do. It's crazy. It's crazy because then you can hear when people tell you that there's a narcissist in your life, if you are an empath, like you're like, there's no way. Like for some reason when you're empathic, you think that you are you think that you see all of the red flags, but you don't. Like I swear it's our kryptonite. It really is. I was married to one with 3 decades. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy that you're getting your life back. Hyper empathetic. Oh yeah. Definitely. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you have them all over you, Max. You try to give, yes, you always are giving them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, that's for me. Somebody asked my book. It's called Embrace Your Inner Light. It's a journal of strength through shadow work. This is the newer one. I have a lot of gratitude journals too, but if you look up my name on Amazon, Erica Tokach, you'll see all of my books. I like this one. I also have a manifestation one. I'm kind of a mom of sorts to my cousins. Oh, I have something that has been pressing on my mind. Oh yeah, definitely, Joanna. And because they're OD'd, oh my goodness, 99% of my relationships were narcissistic users. Oh, that's it. You definitely do. You give them the benefit of the doubt. You also hope for them. I think like that it's so, for me, like I know I always hoped for me like that my dad would get sober, because I always feel like I got a miracle. Like when I got clean and sober, I got my life back. I got to believe in myself, and I always wanted that for him. I thought my dad could have been a good person if he was able to do that, and the rest of our lives together, yes. Erica Tokach. It's Erica Tokach, Tokach. And thank you, I appreciate that. I actually have a workshop coming up too. If you guys are interested, you can register for that in the link tree. Empath, yeah. I think a lot of times empathy can really try and see things. Empaths can try and see things. Yes, from yes, definitely. I didn't see my sister till it was, oh my goodness. And it's so hard to watch her daughters. Oh no. That has to be super difficult to watch. I'm so sorry, Chantal. Hi, Ella. So good to see you. Kept giving one more chance 100 times. Oh, I'm concerned that your account was cloned and is not. Yeah, there's a lot of fake accounts with me right now. I'm so sorry. It's really frustrating. And I keep reporting it, but they're not doing much to it. You said you weren't invited to your... I know. I agree. It was, I don't know. It was our other sibling, like we had siblings from another, like a stepmom, and they, I guess, forgot to give us the invite. And just wait till action. Oh, thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. That's how she always has a home. That's beautiful. I think that's exactly the way to handle that, Chantal. Aww. Affected by a narcissist, by amazing happy. Yes, I love this. Oh, thank you, Ella. I love everybody that's on here. I think it's so great that it really feels like this was really needed. And there were a couple people that were on my live the other day, and they were asking if I could do this. And I'm just really glad that I did. Because, and I'm really happy that I ended up putting the comments on for this one so I could hear everybody's responses. I would love to do another one of these soon for narcissist energy. Oh, thank you, Pedro. You're so kind. Thank you, Max. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Janik. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much, Marla. Thank you for reaching out to me when my dad died. I really did appreciate that. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Tanner. I appreciate it. Thank you. Could you please hold your book up one more time? Yes, of course. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. Can everybody send pink hearts to Sarah for me? Hi, Patrick. Oh my goodness, thank you, Ella. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is the book. I need to put this in my link tree. Right now I just have the workshop on there. But this is the book. This energy work really matters. Oh, thank you so much. It's so good to see you, Chris. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Polly. I appreciate that. It's a really fun, not fun, you're gonna get some work done in it. It's shadow work. So yeah. Getting your book. Oh, that makes me so 30 years. That's great. Awesome, Melissa. Congratulations on that. That is you're a rock star. I know it's not the same as your dad saying it, but we're so, Thank you, Max. That means so much to me. It really does. Yes, definitely, Jess. Thank you, Max. Thank you so much. Lights it up, thank you. Oh, so awesome. Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Max. I always hear this thing when I go to 12-step meetings, and it's my favorite. They're always like, I'm a proud alcoholic. And I really feel like I am. Like, I'm a proud alcoholic that is in recovery. Subscribe. You're so sweet. I appreciate that, Evelyn. Thank you. But the fact that, like, I was able to get my whole life and more back. And, I think about that too. Thank you, Jackie. If I wasn't clean and sober, one, I wouldn't be alive anymore because I was nearly on my deathbed. But also, I would be so freaking jacked up by, like, what happened with my dad. Like, there's no way I would have come out of this, with being like, okay, like, he was messed up. I would have definitely taken it all in on myself and been like, what's wrong with me? And I think that that's pretty important. The biggest message here is when a narcissist is really making you feel like it's you, it isn't you. It isn't you. Just wake up, be a freaking amazing person, be a good person, just do the next right thing. Thank you, Jonah. Thank you, Yin Yang. And the most important thing is when you do all of that, you're gonna be on the right side all the time, and you will always know. We always know what our part is in everything, and for that, am I putting up enough boundaries? Am I being clear with what I need and what I want? Am I showing other people grace? Because forgiveness is important too. And also, a lot of times, thank you for sharing this. Thank you, Cara. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you, Megan. A lot of times when we go through stuff, we're not alone, as we clearly can see. I was holding on to something, working through it, processing it. I come onto this alive. I share with you guys. I haven't shared this with anybody, how I've been feeling about, having the embarrassment of being affected by a narcissist, and then also being able to express that to you guys, and knowing, like, in my head and with all the work that I've done, I know exactly what I'm dealing with. But empaths, we are so impacted. It's like ingrained in us that just the slightest part, we can do all this work, and 99% of us is like, okay, I totally see this for what this is, and I know that I was affected by a narcissist. But there's still that 1% that's like, what did I do to bring all this on? And self-reflection is so important. There's nothing wrong with self-reflection, but also coming on here expressing to you guys was beautiful, because a lot of you were like, hey, you're not the only one in that boat. Like, I've been there before too, and I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. Thank you, One Dope Medium. I believe I was meant to connect here. Here's inspirational mess. You're so sweet. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that. And thank you for sharing. Thank you, Yuna. Thank you so much. And I think that what is really great here is, if anybody has been affected by a narcissist that's here and still has that slightest bit of doubt, we're all here, we're all talking about it, we're definitely not alone, and let us each remind each other that we're not alone and there's nothing wrong with you, because I think with narcissists, when we have them in our life, they can be out of our life, and it can be years later, and we're still picking up the pieces. And guess what? They're living their life, not even thinking about what they've caused, maybe not even having any self-awareness. umbrella, 25 years over with a narcissist who shredded me. I'm so glad that you're here, Melissa. 25 years, that is amazing. Good stuff. Green hearts for Melissa, please. I'm so glad that you're here, Julie. Each and every one of you are amazing, powerful, resilient. Yes, amen to that, Max. That's so awesome. It's a layer of complication too for narcissists and addicts. Yes, very confusing, definitely. Still healing from childhood crazy. How long it can take. Takes a little bit of time, huh? Definitely. You're so sweet. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. There we go. Thank you, Electric. Thanks so much. I'm really excited, guys. I don't know if you followed One Dope Medium, but he is going to be on here sharing his healing journey with us next week. And also, can you put hearts up for everybody? I worked with a narcissist person who caused co-workers to leave. I'm so excited. So right here where the blue heart is, please give a follow. I worked with a narcissist person who caused coworkers to leave. That is a big one. That's definitely a big one. That happens a lot. It's sad. It causes such a toxic environment. Yay, it's good to see you, Rebecca. Thank you. Thank you, Stacy. Right there, please follow One Dope Medium with the blue hearts. And then just say done. He's going to be on next week sharing his healing journey and then also what he does here on TikTok. I'm excited. I love mediums. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Alright, guys, and I hope that you join in tonight for Sleepy Time Reiki. Sorry to ask, but can you spell? Oh, thank you, Barbie. Can you spell your last name, please? It's T as in Tom, O-K-A-C-H. Super. I'm gonna give you a follow. Very cool. That's really cool, Reiki 8801. I love that. I just gave you a follow. Awesome. Thank you, Max. And tonight I will be on at 7 p.m. Arizona time, so in less than 4 hours, 3.5 hours. And I'm gonna hop off because I have grandbaby inside the house that I have to go and give lots of snuggles to. Aw, thank you, Freda. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Bye. Let's do these beautiful Reiki principles. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not anger. Just for today, I will live in gratitude. Just for today, I will work honestly. And just for today, I will be kind to all living creatures. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Take care. I can't wait. He's so freaking cute. I love it. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Namaste.